So the next time you feel that hesitation about marketing yourself, remember this. Your reluctance isn't just costing you potential clients, it's costing people out there the chance to benefit from your expertise. And really, it's just leaving problems unsolved and questions unanswered. I'm Sylvia Garibaldi, founder and CEO of a well established marketing training and done for you services company, tailored specifically for the modern legal and financial professional worldwide. While it's taken some trial and error to figure out which methods get the best results for professionals who are looking to grow their practices, fast forward to today, my team and I have nailed down and perfected a process that has helped so many of our clients consistently achieve outstanding results and create a legacy for their practices. I created the Serve First, Sell Later marketing podcast to give you simple, actionable, non-salesy, and results-driven marketing to grow your legal or financial practice like so many of our clients have. If you're a lawyer, mediator, financial, or divorce professional who is looking to become highly visible and wants to create a practice that makes an impact, then you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 43 of the Serve First, Sell Later marketing podcast. In this episode, I want to talk about something that I see a lot in the industry, and that costs professionals in so many ways. It keeps them stuck and prevents them from earning the revenue, the freedom, and the lifestyle that they so desire. And so this struggle can continue for many years unless they address it head on. So what am I referring to? The fear of marketing yourself and your firm. Now, I know you might be thinking, marketing, that's not what I signed up for when I became a professional in my field. And trust me, I've been there. The thought of promoting myself used to make me want to hide under my desk. But here's the hard truth. If we don't market ourselves effectively, we're doing a disservice not just to our business, but to the very people we've committed to help. So think about it this way. Right now, there's someone out there struggling with a legal or financial issue that you're uniquely qualified to solve. But guess what? They don't know you exist. So how can you help them? And I think that's the real cost of letting our marketing fear hold us back. And this fear manifests in different ways for different people. Maybe you're worried about coming across as pushy or unprofessional. Perhaps you're battling imposter syndrome, which is questioning whether you're really as good as you need to be to put yourself out there. Or it could be that you're simply overwhelmed by the idea of marketing and really just unsure about where to begin. Whatever your specific fears, you're not alone. I've spoken with countless legal and financial professionals who feel the very same way. But here's the thing. Marketing doesn't have to mean becoming someone that you're not. And so it's not about flashy ads or pushy sales tactics. At its core, effective marketing is simply about communicating your value and expertise to those who need it most, plain and simple. So I want to spend some time talking about what's really costing you and most importantly, how to overcome it. So we'll discuss practical strategies that feel authentic and align with your professional values. And whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, this episode is about empowering you to share your expertise with confidence. Most importantly, I want to talk about how to do this so that it really feels genuine and ethical and true to who you are as a professional. So remember that every client that you help, every dispute that you mediate, it all starts with someone knowing that you're there to help. All right, let's dive in. So here's the thing. We're caught in a classic catch-22 situation. On one hand, we're passionate about what we do. We've spent years honing our skills, building our expertise, investing in our careers. And we genuinely want to help more people navigate the complex legal and financial landscape. So you might be dreaming of growing your practice, taking on challenging cases, and really making a real difference in people's lives. But on the other hand, when it comes to actually putting yourself out there, and actively marketing your services, what happens? Well, for some of you, you may feel like you're starting to feel like a deer in the headlights. You hesitate, you second guess yourself, and you worry about coming across as pushy or unprofessional. And really, it's a paradox that can leave you feeling stuck. You want to grow, but you're afraid to do the very thing that will help you grow. And so it's like you're trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. I think you see where I'm going with this. So, this fear of self promotion can be absolutely paralyzing. And I've seen brilliant lawyers, skilled mediators, and compassionate divorce professionals hold themselves back, not just by their abilities, but by their reluctance to market themselves effectively. And let me tell you, it is so heartbreaking to see all this potential going to waste. But here's the good news, it doesn't have to be this way. This fear, this hesitation, it's not a permanent condition. It's just a hurdle that we can overcome. So I guess my first question is, what's the real cost of not marketing yourself? And it's really easy to brush off marketing as something that's just not for you. But the consequences of this inaction is far more significant than many professionals realize. So every single day that you hesitate to put yourself out there is more than just a missed opportunity for your practice. What's happening is it has a domino effect that ripples out into the world in ways that you might not have considered. So let's talk about your practice. Every day without effective marketing is a day that your firm isn't growing to its full potential. So just think about that. It's a day when a potential client could benefit from your unique skills and approach, but they might not find you. So how many cases have you missed out on simply because these people didn't know that you were there to help? But I think it goes beyond that. When you don't market yourself effectively, you're not just affecting your own practice, you're potentially leaving people in the lurch who genuinely need your help. So, someone out there might be settling for subpar advice simply because they couldn't find a professional with your level of expertise. They might be making decisions that will affect their lives for years to come without the benefit of your knowledge and your experience. So, think about that. And let's not forget about those who are struggling through difficult situations alone, right? Many of you that are in the divorce, legal disputes, complex negotiations, these are challenging times in people's lives. And the reality is, your skills and compassion could be making those experiences more manageable, more humane. But if people don't know about you, they can't reach out to you. And here's the hard truth. Your skills, your expertise, your unique approach, they could be making a real, tangible difference in people's lives right now. But that can only happen if they know that you exist. So this is not just about growing your practice or increasing your client base. It's about fulfilling your potential as a professional. It's about living up to reasons why you entered in the field in the first place, to help people or businesses, to make a difference, to really contribute your skills to society. So the next time you feel that hesitation about marketing yourself, remember this. Your reluctance isn't just costing you potential clients, it's costing people out there the chance to benefit from your expertise. And really, it's just leaving problems unsolved and questions unanswered. So you've worked hard to develop your skills, you've invested your time, energy, and resources into becoming the professional that you are today. So please don't let that go to waste. Don't let that fear of marketing prevent you from making the impact that you're capable of. So we've talked about the cost of not marketing yourself. Let's dig into now what could really be holding you back. So it's time to really put a light on the fears that keep so many legal and financial professionals from putting themselves out there. But by understanding these fears, we can start to tackle them head on. So let's start with the fear of rejection. And this is a big one. Many of us worry about facing criticism or being turned down, being rejected. And so we imagine potential clients scoffing at maybe our marketing efforts or our marketing messaging or campaigns. Or maybe it's even colleagues judging us for self promotion. So here's the thing, rejection is part of any business. Not everyone will need your services, and that's totally okay. The key is to remember that each no brings you closer to the right yes. Let that sink in for a moment. So, the next one I want to talk about is the infamous imposter syndrome. And this is another big one. It's that nagging voice in your head that whispers, "Who do you think you are? You're not good enough to promote yourself." And you might find yourself doubting your abilities, worrying that if you put yourself out there, you'll be exposed as a fraud. But let me tell you something about this. If you've put in the work, earned your credentials, and genuinely care about helping your clients, you're not an imposter. You're just a professional with valuable skills to offer. So think about it that way. You're there to help. Then there's the fear of seeming unprofessional. And in particular, many legal professionals worry that maybe marketing might somehow tarnish their reputation. So they've bought into the idea that legal professionals should be above self promotion, right? That somehow it's beneath the dignity of the profession. But think about it. How is letting people know about your services and expertise unprofessional? If anything, it's your professional responsibility to ensure that those who need your help can find you. And so the last fear I think that we can't ignore is financial fears. Marketing can seem like a big investment, especially if you're just starting out or running a practice. And you might worry about the costs of marketing yourself effectively or advertising, building a website, hiring a marketing professional, or maybe you're worried about how do I do this right? And you fear that maybe you're going to need to raise your rates or price yourself out of the market in order to pay for your expenses. And these are valid concerns, but remember, effective marketing is an investment in your future. It's not just an expense. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about which one of these fears resonates most with you. Maybe it's one of them, maybe it's a combination, maybe it's all of them. So recognizing your specific fears is really the first step towards overcoming them. And remember, these fears, they don't make you weak or inadequate. It just makes you human. We all experience them. So every successful lawyer, mediator, divorce professional, they've all grappled with these fears at some point. And the difference is they found ways to push past them. All right, now that we've identified the fears holding us back, let's talk about how to overcome them. And I'm going to share really some practical strategies that have helped countless legal and financial professionals push past their marketing anxiety and really grow their practices. We've been doing this for a while now. And trust me when I say that I've had so many professionals tackle this issue and they have overcome it and they have found a way to push past it. So the very first thing you need to think about is how to reframe your mindset. And this is really important. Instead of seeing marketing as self-promotion, try to view it as problem solving. So you're not just selling snake oil, you're connecting with people who genuinely need your help. So every time you market your service, you're potentially throwing a lifeline to someone who's drowning in, let's say, legal troubles. And for me, that's not selling, that's actually serving. So start small. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a marketing strategy. So begin wherever you can. Start with those low pressure activities that really feel manageable to you. Maybe it starts with updating your LinkedIn profile, or maybe it's writing a short social media post about a recent case that you handled. You can also start commenting on the social media posts of others to create engagement and to start conversation. Or maybe you want to create a short video sharing some tips. These small steps can help you build confidence without feeling overwhelmed. Now, let's focus on value. What makes you unique? What strengths and expertise do you bring to the table that sets you apart from others in your field? Maybe it's your years of experience, your specialized knowledge in a niche area, or maybe your compassionate approach to client care. Whatever it is, highlight it. Don't be shy about showcasing what makes you special. Embracing authenticity is key because in a world of polished corporate speak, being genuine can really be your superpower. And we see this all the time. So please share your real personality in your marketing efforts. Talk about why you became a lawyer, a mediator, a divorce professional. What drives you? What are you passionate about? Clients want a relatable professional that they can trust. And lastly, don't do it alone. Seek support from others who understand what you're going through. So maybe join a networking group for legal professionals, maybe find a mentor who's successfully marketed their practice, and surround yourself with like minded individuals who can offer advice, support, and maybe a little tough love when you need it. So, overcoming the fear of marketing is really a process and it won't happen overnight. And that's totally okay. I think the important thing here is to keep moving forward one step at a time. And as you implement these strategies, you might feel uncomfortable at first. And that's normal because growth often feels uncomfortable. But I promise you, the more you put yourself out there, the easier it becomes. And before you know it, you'll wonder why you were even afraid in the first place. So you do have valuable skills and knowledge to share with the world, and people out there need your help. And by marketing yourself effectively, you're not just growing your practice, you're really expanding your ability to make a positive impact in people's lives. Now, I want to talk about something that can truly transform your marketing efforts, and that's the power of positioning. So, what do I mean by that? I think this is where the rubber meets the road. So, effective marketing isn't just about shouting your name from the rooftops. It's about positioning yourself strategically in the minds of your potential clients. And it's about crafting a narrative that really showcases not just what you do, but why you're the best person to do it. So, think about it this way: it's not just about what you charge for your services, it's about how you present those services. Are you positioning yourself as just another legal professional in a sea of professionals? Or are you positioning yourself as the go to expert in your specific field? So, when you position yourself as an expert, something important happens. You start attracting clients who truly value quality. So, these are clients who understand that expertise is an investment and not an expense. And they're willing to pay top notch service because they recognize the value that you bring to the table. But that starts with education. That starts with you talking about what you do and how you can help people. And so this is where all your years of study, all your experience, all your dedication, it all starts to pay off. So by positioning yourself effectively, you're not just marketing your services, you're marketing your expertise, your unique approach, and of course, your commitment to excellence, right? So marketing yourself isn't just about growing your business. It's really about fulfilling your potential as a professional. And it's about stepping out into the role that you've worked so hard to prepare for. And I think your expertise really has the power to change lives. So I want you to let that sink in for a moment. The knowledge that you've accumulated, the skills that you've honed, they can make a real tangible difference in people's lives. And I really hope that more professionals listen to this episode. And I hope if you're listening right now, that you re-listen to this episode so that it can help you take the action that you need. So here's my challenge to you. Take that first step today. Maybe it's reaching out to that networking group that you've been considering joining. Maybe it's putting out that first social media post, or maybe committing to putting out one each week consistently. Whatever it is, please do something today to start positioning yourself as the expert that you truly are. And remember that your future clients are out there right now. They're waiting for you, and they're waiting for someone just like you with those skills and expertise to help them. And they're really hoping to find a professional who understands their needs, who can guide them through these challenges with compassion, and skill. And you are that professional, and it's time to let them know that you're here. And as we wrap up this episode, I want you to really sit with this idea. Visualize the impact you could make if you fully embraced marketing yourself. I want you to imagine the lives you could change, the problems you could solve, the relief that you could bring to people who are struggling with these challenges or issues. And really, that's the power you hold as a professional, and that's the potential you have. And it all starts with taking that first step in marketing yourself effectively. You've got this. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you found today's content valuable, please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode.